Alright, so I'm sure y'all heard of a little film that came out this year, No 2. Yeah, well, this film made over 2 billion worldwide, which is insane for an animated film. So naturally, it got me curious. So I decided to watch the first one, so I'll have context for the second one. I wasn't expecting much since I heard it's a kids film. Also, a lot of people saying that the second was way better than the first, so I kept my expectations low. But damn, is this film fire? Yeah, some of the jokes didn't hit, but the animation and fight scenes did. I especially love this guy, who reminded me a lot of Goku when he was younger. Well, maybe except if he was a bit more of an asshole, but let me stop talking and show you what I mean. So the story starts off with this giant monster that they are fighting. The first guy is Tai Yi, and the second guy is Chung Gong Bao. And it should be these two mighty warriors that should be handling this monster with ease, but no, they're getting their asses pummeled by the beast. Chun takes the hardest gut punch of his life, and Tai Yi is getting punched by not just one, not just two, but by four fists. Life is not fun for these guys right now. So then their master comes along and then beats the monster with ease. He splits the monster into two magic orbs, and then he entrusts them to Tai Yi. So what are these two orbs, you are probably wondering? Well, the blue orb is called the Spirit Pearl, and the red orb is the Demon Orb. The Master Hero wants Tai Yi to give the child that is about to be born back on Earth the Spirit Pearl. So the baby is about to be born, and damn is she turning into that chicken leg. And I thought I could tear up some legs. Sorry, anyway, the baby is about to be born, and everyone is preparing for the baby's birth. Shun is in the midst though, however, and he has a plan to get the Spirit Orb away from Tai Yi. So Tai Yi is waiting for the baby to be born, and then this guy gives him a jug of alcohol. This wouldn't seem like a big deal, but Tai Yi is a massive alcoholic, and he can't resist the call of the jug. See, I don't know why the master gave this important duty to Tai Yi. I'm not sure about you, but Tai Yi doesn't seem like the most competent individual to give the job to. So Tai Yi blows it and gets absolutely hammered to the point he blacks out. So the dad, Li Jing, comes out to see what's taking Tai Yi so long. He sees him passed out, and like what you would do with any drunk man, he starts beating the crap out of him till he wakes up. He gets up and is like, I'm fine. And he unlocks the case to get the right orb. Right when he is about to get the orb, the servant is like,
Buzz, look, an alien! Where?
and then he tries to grab the Spirit Pearl just to be stopped by Li Jing. And he's like, what's going on here? It turns out the servant was being controlled by one of Shun's paper slips. And as you can recall, he released two paper slips, so where did the other one go? Oh, it turns out it was on one of his housekeepers, but by the time they figured this out, it is too late. She swipes the Spirit Pearl and then places the demon orb inside of the stone wall. This causes the power of the demon to go inside of the child. What a way to start life. Bro didn't even make it out of the womb and gets possessed by a demon. Damn, that sucks. So the child is born, and of course being a demon immediately starts wreaking havoc. And let me pause with this guy. Okay, small tangent, stick with me here, but this guy is one of the biggest cons of the movie. The dude's whole joke was that he is a big burly man that's unexpectedly, well, it's not really unexpected, but still, he has a high-pitched voice and is cowardly. Like, okay, the first time, sure, that might get a chuckle out of me. But I swear, they beat this joke into the ground. It felt like watching your average Family Guy episode, like, did you get the joke? Let me show you the joke 8 more times throughout the movie. Okay, sorry, I had to get that out of the way. Anyway, Tai Yi comes in clutch and puts his universal ring around Nezha, which suppresses his power when he is wearing it. So now for the most part, despite being overpowered as hell, he will still act like a normal kid. This would seem like it makes life normal again, but of course there's a catch. So since Nezha has the demon inside of him, he is cursed to be killed by lightning in 3 years. Talk about you in particular. And you're probably wondering, why Shun wanted that Spirit Pearl? Well, he needed the Spirit Pearl so he can give it to his master, the Dragon King, so he can give it to his son. His son is named Albing, and Albing is their one and only hope of being released from their fiery prison. So now fast forward a little bit, and Nezha is now older. And I'm not gonna lie, when I saw the cover art for Nezha, I thought he was a girl. I don't know if it's a haircut or what, but whenever I saw his face, I was like, what is up with this angry little girl? And why do I keep seeing her everywhere? But anyway, Nezha is mad that his mom is too busy to play with him, but the mom has some free time, so they decide to play some shuttlecock. They offer her some armor, but the mom insists on not using it. Unless she forgot her son got that Hulk strength because he sends her ass flying with that shuttlecock. It's a miracle that she's still alive. Like those anime characters that get up after getting thrown halfway across the city and are like, okay, it was just a scratch. But this doesn't stop her from playing with him, since she just wants to see him happy, which is very sweet, very beautiful. The mom has to leave, unfortunately, though, so she says goodbye and goes to fight more demons. Noja is a lonely kid, sadly, so in order to get some attention, he goes and messes with a nearby village. He terrorizes the village and makes these people fear for their lives for fun, like the true little shit he is. I'm not sure if it's just me, but I love how his character is written. It makes you simultaneously feel sorry for him for being left out and ignored by people, but at the same time it reminds you that he's still a demon, he's still going to act evil at times. It's an intriguing character, honestly. So his parents catch him terrorizing some kids and they decide they need a plan to make him act good. So they enlist the help of Tai Yi, and Tai Yi agrees to help train Noja to be good and help his parents fight demons. So Tai Yi gets Noja to jump in his pretty scroll, which reveals a very beautiful land that was created by him. Tai Yi is like, I'll teach you everything, I know, but I want you to address me as master or Bai Shi. And Noja is like,
Boy,
but then Tai Yi shows him cool water tricks, and that convinces him a little. So then Tai Yi decides to teach Noja his transformation trick, which allows him to make an object take on a different appearance. It can even change the appearance of living things, but of course that takes years to master, according to Tai Yi, and no one could learn that so quickly. Noja, however, like your average shonen protagonist, figures that out no problem. But of course he uses it to troll Tai Yi and make him kiss a frog thinking it was his lifeless body. This is not Princess and the Frog, my dude. Snap out of it. So his parents jump into the realm and tell Noja to stop giving Tai Yi trouble, and that they are trying to help him. Noja is naturally reluctant since he sees no reason for him to act good, since everyone calls him a demon. So the parents lie to him and tell him that he was born with the spirit pearl, so his destiny was to be good and not bad. This was interesting because I know that lying to him will definitely backfire later on, but like what would have happened if they just told him the truth in the first place? Like if they sat him down and said, hey Noja, you were born with a demon inside you at birth and you're destined to die in 3 years. But don't worry about it, I'm sure we can figure it out. Okay, never mind. So Noja agrees to train with Tai Yi for the next 2 years. 2 years later, he is showing promise in his fighting abilities, but it seems like he sees not hurting civilians as optional, which isn't good for any hero. So Tai Yi is like, you can't hurt people bro, only the monsters. But Noja is like, man this is lame, and dips. So Noja just goes to the real world and decides to chase a monster down to trying to save the village. Yikes. I swear Noja is the embodiment of someone playing a game where stealth is optional and they decide to go guns blazing. Like just because it's optional doesn't mean the opposite is the best idea. So Noja unintentionally is making the village hate him more by destroying their houses. And I wouldn't blame them. I can empathize with Noja since I know his story, but from their perspective, he's just some asshole that blows up their houses and scares people occasionally. But I'll give my boy some grace, he's just trying to help. So Noja continues chasing after the monster, but kidnaps a little girl along the way. And I hate this snitch right here because he just decides to make Noja's life worse by saying he kidnapped his little sister, when you can clearly see the creature is the one that grabbed his sister. But anyway, he catches up to the monster, but then Al Being shows up to help the little girl. Noja is like, get your ass out of here, you are not stealing my kill. So this ends up getting Al Being turned into stone since the monster was able to power up again while those two were fighting. So Noja uses frozen Al Being to beat the monster, and the monster surrenders in order to have his life spared. He's able to unfreeze Al Being, and Al Being is like, thanks bro, I really appreciate it, and they just become friends. And since this is ancient China, they don't have phones, so he's like, use this conch to call me so we can hang out again, and he dips. The villagers come soon after though, and they're like, you demon, you destroyed everything, stupid demon. And I swear, how Noja was wagging his hand was so cold, because he was like, alright, I see how it is. And then one of them calls him demon again, and he snaps. I don't know why they are doing this, like he's clearly way stronger than anyone in that village. So I think it would be wise to, I don't know, not mess with him. I get being mad, but y'all are idiots trying to fight him. So he beats him down easily, but Tai Yi comes and stops him from doing any further damage. So after that mess, Noja is sad in his room, but his parents come in and lie again and say that they are about to celebrate his birthday tomorrow. And the whole village knows that he defeated the monster, so they'll be coming too. So Noja is pumped thinking that people will finally accept him for who he is, even though his parents know otherwise. So Noja is getting ready for his birthday when Shun Gungao suddenly appears before him. Noja beats the crap out of him, which got a good laugh at me, I can't lie. You can't be just jump scaring people like that, Shun. But anyway, Shun comes to tell Noja the truth about his birth, and after hearing the news, Noja is pissed, and rightfully so. I think being possessed by a demon at birth would be a nice thing to know, don't you think? So Noja transforms, and man, that transformation is clean. And it looks more like Ao Bing. I was so confused why Noja looked like a kid at first until I realized that the suppressed form of him made him look like a kid. Maybe Ao Bing would look like a kid too if he had that ring around his neck. It makes you wonder. So while Noja is on a rampage, Ao Bing and Shun show up to finish the job and help free the dragons. Ao Bing is hesitant though, since he doesn't want to do his boy dirty like that, since he did help save his life. So instead, Ao Bing just helps distract Noja, so Tai Yi can put the ring around his neck again and put him back in his regular form. Noja flies away sad, and Ao Bing tries to go after Noja, only for the dad to quickly find out that he is also a part of the dragon race. Now his identity is revealed to everyone, and Shun is like, damn kid, you should have just listened to me. Now instead of just killing Noja and the parents, now you have to kill everyone that saw you. And Ao Bing, after hearing this, decides to just go along with the plan this time and kill everyone. And I mean, come on man, if you're going to try to do the right thing, at least follow through. Don't half-ass your way through it and be like, well, I tried. I expected more from Ao Bing here, and thanks to him, now everybody gotta die. Meanwhile, Noja is crying in the forest, but then Tai Yi's pig reveals a vision to him. He shows Noja that his father was planning to take his place in being struck by lightning by transferring the curse from Noja onto him, which is, wow, that's so tragic. Who's cutting onions here, man? So Noja comes back and decides to save everyone from Ao Bing. And I have to say, the fight between these two, like Tai Lung said, it was absolutely legendary. I love the fight choreo between these two guys, and the fact that Noja was holding his own with Ao Bing while his power was being suppressed is wild. What a badass little dude. So Ao Bing is like, man, screw this, and decides to go on top of the ice block and speed up the process of killing everyone. But Noja is like, nah dog, not on my watch, and he powers up again, but this time, keeping the ring on his arm to keep consciousness. Now do not ask me why having the ring on his arm compared to his neck determines the level of power he is able to use. Just go with it, okay? So Noja pushes the ice block up and is able to destroy it by sheer power. Then Noja mogs Ao Bing, and at this point he could have killed him and called it a day, but he doesn't. You know why? Because bros don't kill bros, man. Brothers for life. So it just tells him to stop being such a coward and take control of his own destiny. Noja comes back to accept his fate by the gods that just want to kill him now with lightning. They are electrocuting him, but then Ao Bing joins the mix to help Noja survive the lightning. They even tried Dragon Ball fusing themselves together to overpower the lightning, but fortunately it was no use. Thankfully, Tai Yi comes in the last minute to put them in his little spirit ball to save their lives. Well, I guess they technically didn't survive since their bodies were destroyed, but their spirits are all still alive in Tai Yi's ball, and that is how the film ends. Again, I can't stress this enough. I think this film is hella underrated, and I thought the story and animation for this movie was awesome. The fact that the first movie was this good makes me even more excited for the second film, and I'll have to tell you my thoughts on it when I get around to it. If you got this far, thanks for watching the vid. I really appreciate it. If you're interested in more of my content, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Till next time, goodbye.